Good morning, students. We were doing chapter 5 of Indian politics, that is challenges to and restoration of the Congress system. Yesterday we have read beta in 1964 Nehru ji died, and then there was question of succession, who will become the new leader of the Congress party. Then there was name of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, and he was unanimously elected. There was no opposition to his name, but he remained prime minister for only 2 years, 64 to 66. In 66 he died due to heart attack in Tashkent. Then we have read again, there was question who will become the leader of Congress. Then there were two names in front of the Congress. First name was of senior leader Morarji Desai, and the second name was of daughter of Nehru ji, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. This time the senior leaders of the Congress decided to support Mrs. Indira Gandhi because they thought ki she is inexperienced in the politics, and she will follow their rules and regulations. She will ask from them before making any policy. Okay, so all the leaders, voting was done, and all the leaders, senior leaders of the Congress, gave vote to Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and she was elected the prime minister. She was elected the leader of the Congress party, and then peacefully she became the prime minister of India in 1966. Then in 1977 beta fourth general elections were to be held, and in chapter 2 we have read ki how the Congress was dominating the elections. First three general elections were always won by Congress. Why? Because the important leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, which played very important role in freedom fight, were the leaders of Congress, and the people were having faith on them. That's why they again and again were giving vote to them. Secondly, there was no powerful opposition party to Congress. These were the two main reasons. But now in these fourth general elections, which were to be held in 1967, this trend of dominance of Congress was completely changed. There were many reasons for it. First of all, we are doing this only to what were the major changes took before the elections of 1967. But in 1966-67 the condition of the country was very bad. Economic crisis the country was facing. There was severe drought one after another. There was serious food shortage of seriously beta. और क्या था, the country was importing food grains from USA. Okay, or depletion of foreign exchange. Our exports were less and imports were more, so the foreign exchange reserves were depleting day by day. Okay, and drop in industrial production was also decreasing day by day. So during these conditions, the first important decision of Indira Gandhi's government was to devaluate the currency of India. Okay, so the Indira Gandhi's government has devaluated the currency of India. Earlier $1 US dollar could be purchased at the rate of less than 5 rupees, but after devaluation of the currency of India, it could be purchased at the rate rupees more than 7 rupees. जैसे ही ये हुआ बेटा, जैसे डिवेल्यूएशन हुआ वैसे ही क्या हुआ, जो और ये किया किस लिए गया था, व्हाट वाज द रीज़न टू डिवेल्यूएट द करेंसी? इट वाज डन बाय द गवर्नमेंट टू इंक्रीज द एक्सपोर्ट. कि एक्सपोर्ट के क्या हो जाएंगे, जो हम चीज़ें एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं दूसरी कंट्रीज़ को, उसके प्राइसेस कम हो जाएंगे. प्राइसेस कम होने से क्या होगा, डिमांड इंक्रीज होगी, हमारा एक्सपोर्ट इंक्रीज होगा. सो जो ट्रेड इम्बैलेंस है वो क्या हो जाएगा, ठीक हो जाएगा. पर क्या हुआ बेटा, इम्पोर्ट्स भी ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव हो गए. Okay, और what is already the country was facing serious food shortage. अब क्या हो गया, the food grains, the you can say daily routine goods were available at very high prices. Poverty increased, unemployment increased, people were not able to purchase food, so the people were now on the roads. They arranged hartals and bunds. Okay, they were protesting against the Indira government. All these things were happening in the country. The condition of the India was very bad during that पीरियड. ओके, और उसी टाइम क्या होने थे, इलेक्शंस होने थे 1967 में. ओके, सो इन सब जो कंडीशंस थी, इसका फ़ायदा किसने उठाया, इसका फ़ायदा उठाया अपोजिशन पार्टी ने. जो अपोजिशन पार्टी थी, मेनली कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी एंड द सोशलिस्ट पार्टी, दे हैव टेकन एडवांटेज ऑफ इट एंड दे स्टार्टेड अरेंजिंग हड़ताल्स, they started arranging strikes, they started arranging protests against the government, Indira's government. They started saying that democracy is in danger in India. Okay, so they were saying to people, we have to protect the democracy, we have to save our country, है ना. सो मतलब ये सब चल रहा था, पॉलिटिक्स चल रही थी, और अपोजिशन पार्टी भी क्या कर रही थी, पूरे ज़ोर शोर से कांग्रेस के अगेंस्ट लोगों को भड़काने में लगी हुई थी. ठीक है. सो इसी टाइम में बेटा एक नई आइडियोलॉजी भी सामने आई, जिसको कहा गया नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म. क्या कहा गया, नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म. सो टुडेज नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज दिस ओनली बेटा, नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म, नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म. सो मैंने आपको बताया कि अपोजिशन पार्टीज वर इन फोर फ्रंट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग पब्लिक प्रोटेस्ट एंड प्रेशराइजिंग द गवर्नमेंट फॉर देयर डिमांड्स. ओके, सो ऐसे टाइम में क्या हुआ, जितनी भी सारी जो इम्पोर्टेंट अपोजिशन पार्टीज थी ना, व्हाट दे हैव डन, दे रियलाइज दैट डिवीजन ऑफ देयर वोट kept the Congress in power. They are very small parties, they are not able to win the election. So but क्या कर रहे हैं, उनका जो डिवीज़न ऑफ वोट है, इतनी स्मॉल पार्टीज़ हैं और उससे डिवाइड हो रही हैं वोट्स, और क्या हो रहा है कि कांग्रेस इज़ गेटिंग बेनिफिट. डू यू रिमेंबर इन आई टोल्ड यू इन चैप्टर 2 कि कांग्रेस गॉट ओनली 48% ऑफ द वोट्स इन फर्स्ट जनरल इलेक्शंस, है ना. सो व्हाई इट वाज एबल टू विन, because of this small parties, the votes were divided. यानी 52% people were against the Congress rule, 48 were only in favor of Congress rule, है ना बेटा. सो उन्होंने ये रियलाइज़ किया कि हम हमेशा क्या है, डिफीट इसलिए हो रहे हैं क्योंकि जो स्मॉल अपोजिशन पार्टी है उससे वोट डिवाइड्स हो जा रहे हैं. सो दैट्स वाई दे डिसाइडेड टू शेक हैंड्स. ऑल दी स्मॉल अपोजिशन पार्टीज shake their hands, join their hands. Okay, and rather they were having different programs, different ideology, different thinking. They were completely different from each other, but still they wanted to defeat Congress. सभी के सभी, सबका aim क्या था, what was their common aim? Their common aim was to defeat Congress and to win elections in India, to frame the government. Okay, so इसीलिए क्या हुआ बेटा, they joined hands and all stood against Congress. Okay, they felt that the inexperience of Indira Gandhi and the internal factionalism within the Congress will provide them an opportunity to defeat the Congress. Okay, so सब लोग क्या सोच रहे थे कि इंदिरा गांधी इज़ वेरी सिंपल लेडी, she will not be able to handle this type of conditions, she is inexperienced, है ना. सो सबने क्या किया कि इसका फ़ायदा उठाया और अपोजिशन पार्टी सारे मिलकर एक हो गए. ओके, ठीक है बेटा. और उन्होंने दे एंटर्ड इनटू इलेक्टोरल एडजस्टमेंट्स ऑफ शेयरिंग सीट्स. दे which word I have used, they entered in the electoral adjustments of sharing seats. यानी they have made you can say, उन्होंने आपस में डिसाइड कर लिया कि अगर हम विन करेंगे मिलकर तो क्या करेंगे, इतनी सीट्स गवर्नमेंट में आपको मिल जाएंगी, इतनी मुझे मिल जाएंगी. सो दे हैव मेड दिस टाइप ऑफ एडजस्टमेंट. ओके, और जो राम मनोहर लोहिया, ए फेमस सोशलिस्ट लीडर, गेव नेम टू दिस आइडियोलॉजी नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म. उन्होंने इस आइडियोलॉजी को क्या नाम दिया, नॉन कांग्रेसिज्म. Okay, this Ram Manohar Lohia was famous socialist leader, and beta he has later founded the Samyukta Socialist Party also, and he is best known for sharp attacks on Nehru ji. He was completely against Nehru's ideology and Nehru. Okay, so this non-congressism has happened in India during that period. With this, today's topic is over. Goodbye. We will continue with the next topic tomorrow. Goodbye.